Just 3 more turns between Kristen Faulkner and the finish line. And this will be a victory ride in for Kristen Faulkner. She's got this one locked up. Doesn't need to worry about Edwards behind her. And hopefully she can enjoy these last 500 meters and take it all in today.
Yeah, I would think Carmen Small is in her ear right now saying, hey, just play it safe through these last couple of corners, and now you get to enjoy the ride. Enjoy all the hard work that you've done today and that the team has done.
The last left turn onto the finishing stretch. Kristen Faulkner now has the finish line in sight, and she can smell the Stars and Stripes jersey. A perfect ride today for EF Education Cannondale as they get Kristen Faulkner exactly where she wants to be. And then Faulkner seals the deal. She will be your 2024 United States Professional Road National Champion. Let's see if we can bring in our race winner, as we've got Kristen Faulkner joining us in the booth now.
Wow.
Thank you.
Kristen, let us be the first to say congratulations, although I know you've been mobbed out there by the group. Take us through your final lap. When you realized you were away with Ruth, did you know you had it then, or when did it finally solidify for you?
Yeah, I felt pretty confident because I knew on the climbs I could have a really good attack on that last climb. It pitches up right at the end, and it's kind of a 1 to 2 minute power effort, which has really been my strength this year. So I know I had a really good shot, and I knew I didn't want to take her to the line because she's got a pretty good kick, and I haven't sprinted in a really long time. So I was like, as long as I don't take her to the line, we're good. And I had a few moments where I thought it would be good to attack, and that was kind of my ideal moment, was at the top of that last climb. And then if that didn't work, I figured maybe at the base, when there's a lot of speed, I could jump her. So, but she was really great to have out there with me. It was really nice not to have to do that alone. And yeah, she's a super strong rider, and worked well with me. So,
Kristen, have you been keying in on national championships for the majority of the spring, or is this just another race in the schedule?
To be honest, I try to take things one race at a time.
Yeah.
Even when we were preparing for the time trial, I was like, don't talk to me about the road race, Like, I do one race at a time, and I really try to focus on it. So, maybe in the big picture, I knew that I was coming to nationals this year, and but it wasn't something that I really honed in on or really focused on until a few days ago, in the sense that, my goal is the next race always.
Yeah.
At every race, my goal is the next race.
When you and Corinne, the group was really small, and you were talking a lot. Can you tell us a little bit about what y'all were talking about?
Yeah, well, we really wanted to make sure that the climbs were hard enough, to create a selection. But we wanted to make sure we kept Corinne in there as long as possible, because she has a really good sprint. If anyone saw the crit the other day, she's the fastest sprinter in America. Yeah. And she's really good. So it's always better when you have numbers. And Siniska had 2 people as well in that selection. So we wanted to make sure that we kept 2 people as long as possible. So she was telling me to find a good moment at some point in the last 2 laps, and we wanted to keep the pace high, but not too high.
Were you keying off of Lauren Stevens at all? Like you said, they kind of had numbers for the majority of the race, and she had her Siniska riders doing a lot of work for her.
Yep.
So were you playing off of her, or were you just solely focused on when you wanted to go and how you wanted to attack?
No, I was definitely tuned into the other riders. I knew that for someone like Lauren, she probably wanted to attack at some point and push the pace on the final climb, or on the steep parts of the climbs. And that's exactly what she did. She pushed the pace on the steep part of the climbs. So I knew that as long as I stayed in her wheel, I'd be able to go with her if she went. And then when we were on the flats, I wanted to make sure just to keep an eye on her, because she has attacked from flat sections before when the pace is low. I raced with her at Pan Ams, and that's how she won, and it's also how she won nationals one year. So she's got a good kind of sneaky attack, and it was important for me to keep an eye on that.
How exciting is it to go back to your team now with the national championship jersey?
Yeah, you know, we're an American team, and to have the American jersey is really special. I've never had it before. I've never, you know, I kind of like the pink, but I have to, you know, if there's one thing better than pink, then it's probably the Stars and Stripes. So, yeah, I like this jersey, but I think I like the next one more.
Back with our podium at the Pro Road National Championships, where we have just watched the riders arrive, so we at least have eyes on them. Get ready to award our top 3 in the elite ranks. It's always a unique podium, too, because all the riders want to catch up after the race. We were talking about that with Kristen. It is a de facto annual reunion for the American bike racers, so there's so much to catch up on, and you get into these conversations with riders that you haven't seen, staff that you haven't seen for a year or 2 years or whatever. There's a lot to do at the National Championships. Senator Joe Manchin presenting Corinne Lebecki in 3rd. Mayor Amy Schuler-Goodwin presenting the flowers. And Corinne getting a pretty good response from the crowd here in Charleston. She also brought a pretty good contingent of her own. The Corinne Lebecki entourage was rolling deep this weekend, so she's got plenty of people in the crowd as well. Ruth Edwards, well regarded by the fans here as well.
I think this is a pretty happy podium. And, you know, there are some competitors that are not satisfied being 2nd or 3rd place, but these 3 seem resigned to the fact that, the best person won today, and we are happy with 2nd and 3rd place.
Yeah, that was really cool being able to chat with Ruth after the race. Sometimes 2nd place is a tough place to be, and you don't always want to come talk to the announcers after a 2nd place finish, but Ruth has been there before. She's a professional. And here comes Kristen Faulkner, your 2024 national champion. Senator Manchin presenting the jersey and the gold medal around her neck. There they are, your top 3 at the 2024 USA Cycling Pro Road National Championships. A worthy podium, and we got 4 more years of worthy podiums coming up here in Charleston, West Virginia, because they have really built a nationals-worthy course here, and I think the best woman won today. The right rider will be wearing the Stars and Stripes jersey for the rest of this year and into the first half of next year.
This is the best part. All 3 of these women are professionals at this part of the game. All have been on multiple podiums. Great celebrations all around.
Some of the best champagne you'll ever taste.
Yes.
The champagne on the top step of the Nationals podium.
No doubt. You'll definitely share that with your team.